Hey, what's going on, people? Welcome back to my channel. So, I decided to do something different. I decided to get myself set up to do some Uber. Now, a lot of people are doing Uber or been doing Uber for some time now, and for me, I decided to try Uber Eats. The thing is, doing Uber while having the challenges of anxiety and whatnot, it's a whole different ballgame. So even the day before I was about to start, I had a million thoughts going through my head about getting that first, pickup order and what restaurant and where is the app gonna send me? What's the pay gonna be? Like a million thoughts going through my head. So I went and I got myself set up, got my little Uber Eats bag going, and I set out. Waited for that first order to come in. It came through. I can feel myself getting all worked up about it and proceeded to go and retrieve the order. Now I'm just like, okay, where is it going to send me? So then I see where it's sending me and I proceed to head to the person's house. Now, the thoughts going through my head at that point are just wild because now I'm just like, okay, what type of house is it going to send me? What type of house is it going to send me to? It's going to be a whole bunch of people outside. Um, am I gonna get chased by a damn dog? You know what I mean? So I have all these unnecessary thoughts going through my head, which happens when, you're dealing with anxiety issues. So I proceed to the house, get there. My heart's starting to pound at that point. I drop off the food. I get back in my car and I log out of the system because I'm just like, oh my God, like, this is crazy. And then when I look at how much I'm getting paid for that particular order, it was like, $5 or $6. I'm just like, man, I went through all that for $5 or $6. I drove for like 15 minutes to get to that person's address, and I think I got a tip of like $1.50. So I'm just like, it's a lot to go through just for $5 or $6. And I'm not knocking, nobody's hustle out there. We all got to do what we got to do. But I think for me, I tried it out because I'm constantly pushing myself, and I know that dealing with, generalized socialized anxiety disorder, you got to constantly push yourself and not be out here avoiding situations, avoiding being around people all the time. It's a part of my therapy to push myself and challenge myself to be around, other people and put myself in certain situations. Obviously, there's no threat, which I have to keep telling myself, and just try it and see how I handle myself in that moment. And if I feel myself getting anxious, I start calming, doing my techniques, my 4-4-6 breathing technique, and I start calming myself down and telling myself there is no threat. This is actually kind of fun. Um, but I logged out right after that first order, and then I said, you know what, let me try again, and I logged right back in again. Waited for the next order to come in, went and picked it up, and made the delivery. Now, mind you, I live in Ontario, Canada. I actually live in northern Ontario, Canada. So, I feel like for me, it's a bit easier to do Uber, especially in the rural areas where there's only restaurants in one little pocket and then everybody else lives out on the outskirts pretty much. So it's kind of nice, especially if I get an order and I have to take it to somebody's farm. I One of my orders, somebody ordered Tim Hortons and I had to take it to an army base. That was crazy because I was seeing nothing but obviously army vehicles and soldiers doing their thing, but that was actually pretty nice. So doing Uber Eats in rural areas, I think is nice. It's busy all the time. People are always ordering food out there. So um, I think I'm gonna keep doing it and see how I feel about it. But it was scary and fun at the same time, if you get what I'm saying. Um, Another thing that's kind of funny too is when you're doing Uber as a person of color, let me just put that out there. Doing Uber as a person of color with anxiety, some of the thoughts that go through my head get pretty crazy, especially in the rural areas because, you know, some places they see, a big black guy coming, you see the look on their face. Well, I see the look on their face sometimes, and sometimes it's all in my head, you know what I mean? I actually have an official Uber Eats bag that's green and black that says Uber on it. So that's kind of like some people are gonna laugh at this, but in this day and age that we live in, I kind of use that as my ID because when you just see a random, you know, person of color walking into an establishment that's predominantly Caucasian or an area that is just mostly Caucasian people, and sometimes I got my sunglasses on if it's a nice, bright, beautiful, sunny day, you're gonna get those instant stares. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But I feel like when I got my Uber Eats bag in my hand when I walk into these businesses up in rural Ontario, as soon as I see that Uber Eats bag, I swear you can see the sigh of relief on their face sometimes. So it's kind of funny and it is what it is. You know what I mean? I just walk up in there, Uber Eats, and then it's like everybody's demeanor changes it. Mind you, let me just say it doesn't happen everywhere I go, but in some places I can feel it. So for me who deals with the anxiety issues, it just makes everything 10 times more challenging for me. But I mean, I'm not walking up in there like I'm some gangster or whatever, but still it just feels awkward sometimes. And I know there's probably some people out there that can relate, but listen, man, it is what it is. I go up in there, do my thing, and I'm just in and out and I just keep it moving. So what I want to say now is no matter what, you just got to keep pushing yourself. All my people out there that are dealing with, anxiety, depression, whatever it is, you got to just keep showing up. You know what I mean? Just keep showing up and don't give up. There are people out there that will support you. I'm one of them. I will always be there to support you. Reach out to me through the channel, comment, like, subscribe, of course, and I will be there for you. Um, but just keep showing up, and I keep showing up for myself as best as I can. I have my good days and I have my bad days. Today is actually a pretty good day. The sun is shining, so I'm showing up and I'm pushing forward, and I'm gonna keep showing up for y'all and keep putting out this content and letting you know my journey and how I'm progressing. And I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. So, for all you guys out there, try your best to, have a good day and just do things not even one day at a time. Just take it 1 hour at a time and be kind to yourself out there. And just to let you know again that you're not alone. We got to keep letting people know about, mental health awareness and keep the conversations going and just keep pushing through. All right? Take care. See you on the next video.